Hey gorgeous, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to talk about what inspired me to become a YouTuber and how I got here. So this video has been requested a few times and girl, I don't even know why I haven't done this yet, but I do want to address it just, at least in hopes of inspiring somebody else to just go for it. You go for it, baby. So, and also to let you guys get to know a little bit more about me as well. And really quick before we move on, this is it's not completely beauty related, and I will be doing lots of talking. So if you're here for the videos, for the beauty videos, I don't blame you none, baby. Just check out some of my other uploads. But this one, it's gonna kind of be a little story hour with Bekkah, so just be prepared. I'm just letting you know. Girl, I don't even know where to start, but I will say a lot of things came to a head for me this winter, but I suppose it kind of started last fall slash end of summer. So for those who don't know, I'm a huge fan of the herb kratom. For those who are not familiar with kratom at all, kratom is a leaf that is related to the coffee family, and it naturally grows in Southeast Asia and Indonesia. If my memory serves me correctly, it was traditionally used similar to coffee. It helped the workers get through some very long days in the field, and a few other things. I won't really go into it there, but I'm a huge fan of it. Not only personally because it's helped me so much in so many ways, but because I also work for the kratom community. I work with a vendor. So it should come as no surprise that when the DEA placed a notice of intent to ban kratom in the Federal Register, uh, I'd say end of August, and they were going to try to ban it before the end of September. Girl, I was freaking out. And it's not only like just a job for me or like personally I'm losing something. I've become very close with so many people in the kratom community, and my heart just hurt for everybody. Like it really did, and my boss too, because they've been like family to me, and just oh, it was such a nightmare, and we were all so scared, and so we came together and we did so much to try and stop this. First, about 400 of us, including myself, managed to find a way down to Washington, D.C., and we protested in front of the White House. I'll find some pictures and I'll post that stuff around somewhere around here. So anyways, we went to DC, we marched, we protested. That was quite the experience. When we got back, I set up a protest locally here in Lansing for the Michigan locals, and I led that, and we all kind of came together for that. That was a great day too. And then we gained the support of over 50 representatives and I believe over 10 senators as well to try to stop the DEA. And we kind of did. We got them to agree to a public comment period, which they were not going to allow. But we gathered like 23,000 comments, and I want to say like 99.6%, I think, were all in favor of keeping kratom legal. So they kind of dropped that, but in the meantime, after the protests, at that point I was working two jobs, and for one of them I was able to get my husband a position where I worked. So right after he started working, they offered him a manager's position, and it was either we could keep working together or he could be a manager and I could not work at all. So guess what? I was like, girl, bye. Working two jobs is for the birds, all right? So I came home and I started working full-time on the computer again, and just kind of did the stay-at-home mom thing, cared for my kids, and the house, did the cooking, the cleaning. Girl, you know what I mean. So I did that, and quite honestly, I started to get lonely and kind of depressed because, with Bill working as a manager at anywhere, at any job, you got to work long hours. And so it was just me here. I went from, spending time with people that I knew and were my friends to seeing nobody at all. It was just me and my little guy every day. Baby, I don't know why it was so hard on me, but it really was. And I just got depressed. I stopped like even asking people to come over, and I stopped even caring if people were gonna come over or call or talk to me or anything. And it was getting bad. So I busted out my little makeup stash one day and decided to try and pull my ass out of it. At that point, I had a couple of palettes. I had just a bunch of random stuff that I hadn't used in a long time. Basically, at that point, I had been doing just my makeup for work because it was a necessity and I didn't have the time or energy. But now that I was home, why the heck not? So I started doing my makeup daily again, and I realized how much I missed it and how much I loved doing it, and it was such a great release for me. So I made my first order from BH Cosmetics, and that's when I got that whole baked eyeshadow line, and that was like the biggest step for me. I had had Ipsy for a while too, and come January, I realized they had giveaways, and to enter the giveaways, you had to post on Instagram. So I remember I started an Instagram like years ago, and I cracked that back open and was like, let's give her a try. And on my first beauty post, like I got so many likes, and I was just, I was so excited about it that like most of the people on my Facebook are from the Kratom community, so when I started posting my beauty stuff there, they were just meh. And I get it. They most of them don't have an interest in beauty, so when I found out that people on Instagram had an interest, I was all about it. So I started doing my makeup every day and posting and learning and watching videos, and it helped, but I was still kind of sad and lonely and depressed, just being real with you guys. I was listening to music one day doing my chores, and one of my videos, I don't even know why, one of the videos, instead of playing a song afterwards, it started a Laura Lee video. And so I was kind of mad because I was like, I want to listen to music. I don't care what that girl has to say. But then, like, I was doing the dishes or something, I couldn't go change it right away. And I started listening to it, and I was like, all right, okay. So I finished up what I was doing, and that's when I discovered all of the YouTube beauty greats. I've been familiar with Jeffree Star out of all of them for a long time now, but I didn't really watch any of the others until at that time, January, February-ish, and all these videos managed to inspire me and make me feel better and gave me something to do. Their uploads gave me something to look forward to. So like I started to pull myself out of it a little bit. But I was so bad. I was so sad all the time, and like I was just so depressed that I didn't even answer the phone for my own mother, which was very unfortunate because at the end of February, I lost my mom very unexpectedly. And that was hard. Sorry, y'all, I'm trying so hard not to get emotional here. But to be completely honest, I've been through some ish in my life. I've been through some pain. I've been set on fire. I have had 4 children. I have survived cervical cancer twice, and I have hit many, many a low point in my life, and let me tell you something, losing my mom was probably the worst of it. Even when my dad passed, it wasn't that bad. He was sick and we expected it, and I understood, but with my mom, just like that, you can imagine I was pretty close to just checking out, and I realized that a couple of weeks after that happened, and I decided, you know what, I ain't gonna do this. So I started, every time that I started to feel myself get really low, I would reach for my beauty stuff and do my makeup. As silly as it sounds, I would do my makeup. So a short while later, I was watching a Jaclyn Hill video, and like maybe one from around Christmas time, New Year's, and she was just saying like, I started from nothing. I didn't want to do this, and my mom pushed me to do it, so I did, and I'm glad. And I was like, maybe I could do it too. And so I kind of put it off, but a few weeks later, I was on Instagram, and y'all are gonna laugh at me, but just being honest, I saw all the YouTube beauty greats posting about being on Necker Island, which was like a private beach island in the middle of nowhere, and I literally was like, why can't I? Why can't I? I mean, not like I deserve to be there, because I don't, I haven't worked hard, not nearly as hard as they have, and they did. They worked very hard to get to go, somewhere as awesome as that. But I was like, why can't I do that too? So that was it. That was literally it. I started researching editing software and started testing stuff around my house to see where the best place would be, the best light, what time of day, everything. I put together a practice video to test out my editing software, and it turned out to be kind of funny, and I was like, what better way to start my channel on, on a happy note? So I did. I posted my first video, and here I am. So doing these videos kind of gave me something to look forward to again, and honestly, I can't thank y'all enough, because you guys have kept me going with all of the love and support that you've shown me since day one, and without you guys, I wouldn't still be doing this, so I really do appreciate that. I know. Not only that, but I can remember being a kid, and I didn't want to grow up and be a doctor or a ballerina. I wanted to be a talk show host. Kid you not. I would take an empty tube of M&M minis and pretend it was my microphone and talk into it. Either a talk show host or a news lady, but I wanted to do that. And so with my love of makeup and beauty and always wanting to do something like this, it just made sense to give it a go for it, see how see how I do. I made this video in hopes of inspiring somebody to jump out of their shell and give it a shot. If you've been on the fence for a while and thinking about starting your own channel, but you're nervous and you're not sure, girl, just go for it. Just go for it, because I'm not that good at makeup. I'm not that good at videos. Couldn't even draw my brows halfway right until a couple of weeks ago. And, as I've said before, I ain't perfect. My teeth are terrible. My ears are huge. Look at this nose. I mean, my skin. I know all this stuff. And, I just went for it anyways. Just don't worry about the little things. They really don't matter as much as you think they do. I'm sorry I got so emotional throughout the video, but honestly, it is still quite a sore subject for me, but I am happy to talk about it as long as it, could help somebody out there, and I really hope it did. So Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and let me know what you think down in the comments if you want me to do another one of these at some point in the future. So for anybody out there who's considering starting their own YouTube channel, honey, I say go for it. Just let me know when you do so I can stop by and support you as well. Alright, darling, that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed listening to my story of how I was inspired to start my YouTube channel, and I hope I've inspired some of you as well. But for now, that's all she wrote, so go out and spread some love and positivity today, and you know I love you. Mwah. Bye, everyone.